Hey guys, welcome back to our kids lesson. Today we're going to work on our Kesa Gatame from side control, alright? So we're going to start in our traditional crossface or underhook, and this is going to be a reaction whenever the person on bottom is going to get their elbow inside of my hip and they're trying to frame and get on their side. So what I'm going to do is use my arm over here by the head. I'm going to grab on their elbow, I'm going to lift it up, and as I lift, I'm going to step and then slide through. So I'm like sitting on my hip here and I'm lifting his arm. What I'm going to do is keep my knee down and keep my foot high up underneath his shoulder. Kind of the battle here is he's going to walk his feet towards my feet, and I want to walk my feet with him this way in a circle. Okay. Another thing is I want to really keep control of his arm, keeping it lifted up. If he's able to get his arm to the floor, this is when he's able to start escaping and causing me problems, right? So I want to make sure I control this arm really, really well. Now from here, what I can do is just go right back to my crossface. But this time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the arm lifted high. So this knee here goes next to his head, and then I get my crossface. And notice now, look, see how his arm is trapped at my hip? It's not able to frame here. When I have his arm like this, I'm in very, very strong position, and I'm actually able to start attacking submissions on this as well. Let's say, instead of him pushing on my hip here, he gets an underhook. I can use the same reaction, but instead of using an underhook, I just wrap his head up. Where I grab his head, I grab his arm, and I sit through. I like to grab onto my own leg. And one more thing is I keep my head down low. If my head is high up, he can sort of push me away and knock me over. So I keep my head low, that way it's harder for him to escape that way. Okay? So this is very, very strong. One other thing I can do is this arm that's overhooking, I can go underneath his elbow and I get a gable grip. And this is probably one of the strongest pins you can do, just because there's not a really effective way to escape. So if Tom was trying to move around here, even though he's like much bigger than me, I can hold him very easily, very, very little effort, okay? And the only real escape he has was to turn this way into an arm triangle, where I can work on like submitting him here, okay? So it's very, very dangerous positions. And then we have one more move we can do, which is called the unicorn choke. This one is super fun, and it was one of my favorite submissions when I first learned it, just because I thought it was so funny. So I enter into my head and arm position. What I'm going to do is I like to lock my hands together, and I'm going to lift his head, and I just keep my chest on, or my back on his chest, and it's just a slow suffocation move. I can also do the same thing if I go underneath his arm. This is probably better even, and I lift here, and there'll be a submission. It's just holding constant pressure on the chest. It's not really a choke, it's just suffocation. It's gonna be hard for him to breathe, harder for him to breathe, until he can't breathe anymore. And then you get the tap. Thank you guys.